He wasn't born into global superstardom, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A presence both delicate and powerful, a voice that carried emotion with precision, and a stage aura that drew audiences in without effort. Jimin didn't simply debut as another idol in a competitive industry. He shaped his own identity, transforming discipline, artistry, and emotional expression into one of the most captivating performances of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Jimin was born as Park Jimin on October 13th, 1995, in Busan, South Korea. Long before global stages and record-breaking tours, he was a dedicated student of dance, training in contemporary styles and attending Busan High School of Arts. Movement was his first language. Through dance, he learned control, emotion, and storytelling, skills that would later define his presence on stage. His journey took a decisive turn when he was encouraged to audition for Big Hit Entertainment. Despite having one of the shortest training periods among future members, he entered an intense system that demanded rapid growth. Leaving behind his hometown, he moved to Seoul and immersed himself fully in training, pushing his physical and emotional limits to match industry expectations. In 2013, he debuted as a vocalist and performer in BTS. The group's early years were marked by authenticity and connection, and Jimin quickly stood out for his expressive dance style and emotionally driven vocals. His performances blended technical precision with vulnerability, creating a unique stage identity. BTS rose to global prominence, topping charts and selling out stadiums worldwide. Jimin became known for his ability to translate emotion into movement. Whether performing powerful choreography or softer, introspective pieces, he maintained a consistent ability to connect deeply with audiences across cultures. His vocal tone added another dimension to BTS's sound. Soft yet expressive, his voice carried sensitivity that balanced the group's dynamic range. Songs featuring his parts often became emotional highlights, reinforcing his role as both a performer and storyteller. In 2023, he entered a new phase with his solo debut album, Face. The project revealed a more personal side of his artistry, exploring themes of identity, pressure, and self-reflection. Tracks like Crazy achieved global success, marking a historic moment for Korean solo artists on international charts. Rather than relying solely on group momentum, Jimin demonstrated individuality and artistic depth. Beyond music, his growth continued through performance refinement and creative exploration. Each stage appearance reflected evolution, combining discipline with emotional authenticity rather than repetition. Offstage, Jimin's image blends elegance with humility. Known for his refined fashion sense, he frequently represents luxury brands and appears at global fashion events, carrying a natural sophistication that aligns with his artistic persona. His lifestyle reflects balance, maintaining fitness, vocal care, and mental focus while navigating global fame. Despite worldwide attention, he remains grounded. He often expresses gratitude toward fans and maintains a thoughtful, introspective approach to both career and personal growth. His personality reflects warmth, discipline, and emotional awareness. Financially, his success extends across music sales, global tours, endorsements, and brand collaborations. As part of BTS and through his solo work, his estimated net worth reflects a career built on both performance excellence and global influence. What sets Jimin apart is emotional connection. In an industry driven by spectacle, he prioritizes feeling. His performances are not just technically precise, but deeply human, allowing audiences to experience music rather than simply watch it. As of 2026, Jimin stands as more than a K-pop idol. He represents a fusion of dance, music, and emotional storytelling, a performer whose presence transcends language and culture. His journey from a dance student in Busan to a global stage reflects discipline, vulnerability, and unwavering dedication to his craft. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into global superstardom, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A mind wired for music, a tone grounded in raw honesty, and a presence that didn't demand attention but commanded it anyway. SUGA didn't simply debut as another idol in a crowded industry. He built an identity of his own, transforming underground ambition into one of the most respected creative forces in modern music. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. SUGA was born as Min Yoongi on March 9th, 1993, in Daegu, South Korea. Long before global tours and chart records, he was a teenager immersed in music production, writing lyrics and composing beats in a small studio environment. Music wasn't just passion. It was survival, expression, and identity. Coming from a modest background, he worked part-time jobs to support his craft, often balancing financial struggle with relentless creative drive. His early journey was far from easy. Before debut, he faced resistance from family, financial hardship, and even a serious shoulder injury from an accident while working a delivery job. Yet none of it shifted his focus. In 2010, he joined Big Hit Entertainment as a trainee, not just as a performer, but as a producer determined to shape his own sound. The training years were intense. Unlike many idols, SUGA's foundation was rooted in underground hip-hop, which gave him a distinct artistic perspective. He honed his rap delivery, production skills, and songwriting, preparing for a debut that would eventually redefine global music dynamics. In 2013, he debuted as a lead rapper and producer of BTS. What began as a relatively unknown group quickly evolved into a worldwide phenomenon. SUGA's sharp lyricism and introspective writing became core elements of BTS's identity, tackling themes like mental health, societal pressure, ambition, and self-worth. As BTS expanded globally, breaking records, topping charts, and selling out stadiums, SUGA remained a central creative force behind the scenes. He contributed extensively to songwriting and production, shaping the group's evolving sound across multiple albums. His ability to blend raw emotion with technical precision set him apart not only as an idol, but as a musician in the purest sense. Beyond group success, he explored a more personal narrative through his alter ego August D. His solo mixtapes, including August D and D2, revealed a darker, more unfiltered side of his artistry. Tracks like Daechwita combine traditional Korean elements with modern hip-hop, showcasing both cultural depth and experimental vision. In 2023, he released his official solo album D-Day, completing a trilogy that reflected his personal and artistic evolution. The project received global acclaim, further proving his ability to stand independently while maintaining authenticity. Offstage, SUGA's personality contrasts sharply with typical celebrity expectations. Known for his reserved and introspective nature, he values privacy, creative control, and meaningful work over constant visibility. His lifestyle reflects discipline, long studio hours, and a focus on production rather than performance alone. Financially, his success extends far beyond idol activities. With earnings from global tours, album production credits, songwriting royalties, and brand collaborations, his net worth reflects a career built on both artistry and strategy. As part of BTS, one of the highest-earning music groups in the world, his financial standing continues to grow steadily. What sets SUGA apart is authenticity. In an industry often driven by image, he prioritizes truth. His lyrics openly address depression, anxiety, and personal struggle, creating a connection with listeners that goes beyond entertainment. He doesn't just perform music, he communicates through it. As of 2026, SUGA stands not only as a global K-pop star, but as a producer, songwriter, and artist whose influence reaches far beyond genre boundaries. His journey from a small studio in Daegu to international stages reflects resilience, honesty, and an unwavering commitment to music. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, Like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.